She always thought her glasses made her look intelligent, until her granddaughter softly asked, "Grandma, why do you always look so serious?" It wasn't her face, it was the frame around it. After 60, our faces change. Our skin softens, our features relax, and the energy we radiate becomes more gentle and refined. But most women keep wearing the same glasses they've had for years, not realizing that what once looked sophisticated may now make the face appear heavier, tired, or even stern. Glasses aren't just for clearer vision. They frame your identity, shaping how others see you and how you see yourself every single day. So today, let's uncover 5 common eyeglass mistakes that might be secretly aging your appearance, and how to fix them beautifully using style science, psychology, and timeless elegance. And if you love conversations that celebrate women over 60 and the beauty of aging with confidence, subscribe to Glow After 60, where we believe that elegance only deepens with time. Mistake 1. Frames that are too small or too tight. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like something just looked off, even though your hair, your makeup, everything else was right? For many women over 60, the problem isn't the face. It's the frame that's squeezing it. When I turned 63, I bought a pair of slim, rectangular glasses because they looked so chic on display. But once I started wearing them, my reflection felt harsher. My cheeks looked fuller, my eyes smaller, like my smile had less room to breathe. What I didn't realize back then was that a narrow or tight frame compresses your natural expression. It cuts across the cheekbones and pulls attention to the width of your face instead of the warmth of your eyes. Stylists call this the tension effect. Your face looks serious, even when you're completely relaxed. When I finally switched to a slightly wider, softly curved frame, my whole face seemed to exhale. Friends said, "You look like yourself again." It's incredible how one small detail can restore ease and openness. And speaking of subtle details, there's another one that can completely change how radiant or tired your face appears. Mistake 2. Choosing frames that are too dark. One of the most common mistakes women make after 60 is choosing frames that are too dark for their skin tone and hair color. Black, deep brown, or navy may have once looked elegant, but as your features soften with time, those shades absorb light instead of reflecting it, making your complexion appear dull and your eyes less vibrant. From a psychological point of view, we often choose dark colors because they feel safe. They're familiar, easy to match, and make us feel composed. But that same safety can unintentionally trap us in an older version of ourselves. The brain associates dark tones with seriousness, and lighter tones with approachability and warmth, which is why the same smile can look softer and more welcoming behind a lighter frame. I once switched from glossy black frames to a soft rose beige, and suddenly everyone said, "You look so refreshed." They couldn't tell what had changed, but they felt the difference. Sometimes, one small shift in tone can bring light back to your face. And yet, light isn't everything. The balance of shape plays a far greater role than most people realize. Mistake 3. Frames that don't align with your eyebrows. A subtle mistake that changes everything. Frames that sit below or cover your eyebrows. It may seem minor, but visually, it drags the face downward, making your eyes look tired and your expression heavy. When the top edge of your glasses follows the natural curve of your brows, it creates a visual lift that brightens and opens the entire face. From a psychological standpoint, humans are drawn to upward lines. They signal optimism, alertness, and positivity. Downward lines, on the other hand, evoke fatigue or sadness. So when your frames dip below your brows, the brain subconsciously reads your face as tired. even when you're cheerful. A friend of mine changed to slightly arched frames that mirrored her brow line, and suddenly everyone asked if she'd just come back from a vacation. No surgery, no makeup tricks, just the right curve in the right place. That's the magic of alignment. And if the upper half of your glasses can lift your look, imagine what happens when the lenses themselves start dimming the very light in your eyes. Mistake 4. Thick or highly reflective lenses. I still remember buying new glasses last year. The store associate looked at me and said gently, "Maybe try a thinner lens. It'll make your eyes sparkle." I laughed. At my age, sparkle might be asking too much. But then I tried them on, and she was right. My old lenses were thick and reflected blue light, which made my eyes look dull and created harsh glare under indoor lighting. Even when I smiled, people had trouble making emotional contact. They couldn't clearly see my eyes. When I switched to thin lenses with a subtle anti-reflective coating in rose or aqua, my eyes instantly looked clearer, warmer, more alive. Vision experts say our eyes are the emotional center of the face. When glare hides them, others subconsciously feel distance, as if they're talking through glass. That's why the right lenses don't just help you see better, they help the world see you better. Your warmth, your joy, your spark. And sometimes, the most powerful change isn't in what others see. It's in how you see yourself through the personality of your frames. Mistake 5. Wearing glasses that don't reflect your personality. Many women over 60 choose glasses that feel appropriate for their age, not realizing they're hiding behind someone else's style. They want to look polite, understated, not too bold. But that quiet caution can drain the individuality from your face. A pair of glasses can be technically perfect and still completely wrong for you. As we get older, we often shrink away from self-expression, but psychology tells us that personal style is key to maintaining a sense of identity. When you wear something that doesn't express who you are, your brain registers it as a disconnect. You appear reserved, even uncertain, not because you lack confidence, but because your outer image no longer mirrors your inner self. I once wore safe, square, brown frames, practical, proper, forgettable. But when I tried soft cat-eye frames in muted plum, I couldn't stop smiling. It wasn't vanity, it was recognition. I looked like me again. Because in the end, glasses don't just help you see the world, they help the world see who you've become. Looking back at these 5 mistakes, you'll notice none of them are truly about fashion rules. They're about how we see ourselves. A tight frame can squeeze the joy out of your smile. Dark tones can drain the light from your face. The wrong curve can weigh down your expression. Reflective lenses can hide your warmth. And choosing safe styles can make you invisible to your own spirit. But the beauty is, a few thoughtful changes can bring all that light back. Not just to your face, but to the way you feel in your own skin. Because every woman deserves to see herself and be seen as radiant, authentic, and fully alive. Turning 60 isn't the end of style. It's the moment you truly understand it. The glasses you choose now don't just help you see clearly. They reflect the wisdom, calm, and vibrance you've earned. Don't let habit or fear of change dim your light. Let every choice, from your frames to your colors to your presence, be a quiet declaration. I am still here, still shining, still myself. If today's video inspired you, subscribe to Glow After 60 and join our community of women who celebrate natural beauty, confidence, and timeless elegance. Because here, we believe, time doesn't take your beauty away. It deepens its glow.